They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Panthers ready to get this thing started and open the season. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So Georgia's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Throwing on the run. Catch inside the 30 and still running. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time. And
here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this unit.
So Georgia State's offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point. There is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Panthers are in the hurry up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are, and look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Fires to the wideout. Able to make the catch, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. Let's talk for a second about Georgia State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. Makes the grab. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, trying to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. Here's the handoff. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He'll be stopped just a little short of that 15-yard line, and now they're looking at fourth and short. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. There he goes. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The play action fake. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to take off. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Dogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
What a great play call there on 4th down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that 4th down play for a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Pittsburgh was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in the Steel City over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Keep it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Panthers are on the move.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to go up top on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Snatches it on the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. No need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, running back on the move. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee. Will start at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he
breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. The Panthers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it, so can you keep this up?
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. To the air on 1st down. Floating away. Snares it outside. It's White. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Firing to the right, complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Turning it on. Touchdown, Georgia. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's caught. It's McGee. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line and brings up 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he... to their feet on that one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough space. He's up to 90 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Was to pass. On the run, still looking. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
But that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cut.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he missed it. That's like standing over your tee shot and barely topping the thing. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll try the run. All right, guys, let's chat about Georgia State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now. Oh, he's got some space. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Panthers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air, it's O'Neal. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I always think the best offenses are the ones that can run the football efficiently down by the goal line. It's hard to throw it down here. It's hard, especially if you can't protect your quarterback. And this offense now, 2 straight plays is going backwards.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's complete to the left. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Houston is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Sam Houston. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Might be calling a hot route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rolling right and going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. All wideouts, no backs. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on down.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He lobs one high down the left side. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
I think the defense was ready for that quarterback sneak attempt. They filled every gap and stood up the offensive line.
And you got to get such penetration really quickly. Get low, get below those offensive linemen, and just create a pile where he can't drive his feet going forward. Great job by the defense.
Makes a move. Quick step and go. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Hard running there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Intercepted. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Power football with the run. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball, there he goes to the right. Defense picks it up. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. In this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. TCU has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 14 to Texas Tech.
Pulls and fires complete.
We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and take it back. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Quarterback making adjustments. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. He's in open space downfield. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Safe completion on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll move the wide receiver. To the air. It's O'Neal. Unloads to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The return brings down to 30.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. On his way back from the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Here we go. Wants to throw on 3rd. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The Dogs are rolling down the field. Ready. To the ground. He's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 20. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the Pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets bruised, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
In those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. DB's right up on the receivers. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Working that left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking for a man, it's Moses. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Gets rid of it. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
I I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball, go have fun, take shots.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one.
In punt formation to kick it away.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15.
Kick interference. Kicking team.
Too much contact. the fair catch signal, and it'll cost him here. They'll go to the ground. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart that.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his man. It's Sanders. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Slips through the line. What a return there. Found the little running room and put his team in great position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Slams it ahead. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's got it. He's got great speed. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Moses. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He's taking a deep shot. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys